Mexico is the first country of the 2026 FIFA World Cup to secure their ticket for the next round, the last 32. After their win against South Korea 1-0, Mexico has officially become the first country to qualify for the last 32 because they are the first country to play. And we have another country, Canada. The score, they won against Qatar 6-0. I mean, that game is interesting. We're going to analyze it further in the video. And of course, we have Switzerland winning 4-1 against Bosnia, and Bafana, South Africa from Africa, got their first point of the 2026 FIFA World Cup against Czechia. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2026 FIFA World Cup match day 2 of Group 2 for every country. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the world of soccer. If you're not allowed to subscribe, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this with your friend. Without wasting any time, we're gonna start with the host nation, right? I'm gonna start with the host nation. I know South Africa are the team that played first, but let's just start with Canada because Canada won 6-0 against Qatar. I mean, the image of the day is Ismail Kone getting out from injury because both of those red cards are really, they deserve to get them because the first one was a last man foul that's preventing a clear chance, goal scoring chance. So Qatar, I mean, even 11v11, Canada was stronger, right? Canada, the first goal coming by Kyle Larin, 16 minutes, and you have Jonathan David putting in a hat trick, 29 minutes, 45th minute, 90 plus 2 minutes, and of course you have Nathan Saliba, 64 minutes, a beautiful free kick. That was a beautiful free kick. And of course Qatar scored the 6th goal by on goal is a Mohamed Monai, 75th minute. So overall, like I said, Qatar had a 2 red card, one of which took out a player out of the competition. Usman Kone is out, he's injured, this is over. And so Canada have 4 points now. Their last game will be against Switzerland, a team that won their game they played against Bosnia. Yeah, they won 4-1 against Bosnia. In that game we had another red card, but that one goal that Bosnia scored is a banger, if it's not the goal of the season or goal of the tournament at least. But first of all, Switzerland was dominant. You know, they are the favorite. They came in, they dropped point against Qatar, which was frustrating to them. They did 1-1 against Qatar, but coming to Bosnia, they had to show, hey, we are the big guy in this group, we have to win it. It's between us and Canada, and now the last game will be between them and Canada for the first place. But the goals were beautiful. The first one came at the 74th minute, right? That was the 74th minute. The goal came really late. Switzerland opened the score in the 74th minute by a substitute, Mazambi. He came on 3 minutes later, he changed the game and he scored, and then Bosnia got a red card. And they scored the second goal by Ruben Vargas. Beautiful goal. That was a good pass from Granit Xhaka. And Granit Xhaka scored the 90 plus 7 minute, because I thought he would let the ball for Mazambe to score his hat-trick, but he did not. Mazambe scored in the 90 minute for the 3-0, but Xhaka took the penalty, so it was 4-1. Emery Memik goal was beautiful. So Bosnia have to win their last game if they want to qualify, and they will be playing against Qatar, which I mean is good, but they concede like 4 goals here. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen, because the best 3 of 8 group gonna qualify, and that you don't want to like concede a lot of goal. I know Qatar is out. For them guys, they're out, you know. But the other game that was interesting, I want to finish with Mexico because that's the most important game. But Bafana, they were playing. You remember Bafana, they lost against Mexico 2-0 in the opening game, in the opening ceremony game in Mexico City. And today they were playing against Czechia. Is a team they play like Sparta Prague, Slavia Prague, you know, Victoria Pilsen. I think those teams come from there, right? So like they scored in the 6th minute. They took the lead and then they stopped playing. It's a Mikkel Sadiq that scored the goal. They stopped playing. Like for some reason, they just say, yeah, we are tall, big, and fast. We can defend. So they stopped playing, and then South Africa, I mean, the goal equalizer was tough because it come from a penalty. The penalty was kind of little bit harsh, but it's a penalty, right? Moeka stepped in and scored the penalty, 83rd minute, 1-1, and Mokena will be missing the next game because they have a yellow card for the 2 game. There is a really aggressive team, the South African team. But overall, I think South Africa deserve the point. Both teams deserve the point. So now South Africa will be playing South Korea, the team that lost to Mexico, and Czechia will be playing. Mexico will be playing home. They can get the 9 points, and then they finish top of the group. Like I said, they are the first team to qualify their last 32. So Mexico gonna just secure their first place, and they're playing home. They won't care if you're Czechia or not. They want to win, because the way I saw them play against South Korea, it was interesting to watch. You know, which brings us to the game. We're gonna analyze the Mexican game now. The game was interesting. If you watch the game overall, I think Mexico deserved the win, because if you watch in terms of shot, it's 8-8. The position, like South Korea slightly had the ball more than them, but when Mexico had the ball, it was interesting to watch. Their lineup, I like their striker. I like Jimenez is really good. He did a pass. He gave a pass to Jimenez, should have scored that goal. But overall, Alvarado, Jimenez, Gutierrez, and Ira and Vasquez, I like Alvarez. Their captain, Alvarez, is fantastic. He's a calm on the ball. He can rotate the ball. But overall, they were playing against a South Korean team that know how to maneuver the ball. They know how to maneuver around the midfield, and they know how to move the ball. Which, one thing I don't understand is like, why South Korea insists and persists of playing the long ball. You know, the Mexicans are taller than you, probably faster than you, and they always try to play those through ball or those cross in. Play like you played the first game against Czechia. I know the opposition are different. Technically, Mexico is way better than Czechia, but they could have played differently, because when I saw those cross, they are not winning any of the cross, but they keep doing them, all right? But like, him and Sean, and you have King Lee from PSG and Lee. The game was good. Overall, the game was all right. It was fun to watch. The goal comes from a mistake from the goalie. He catch the ball and then release the ball. Like, you can do that. When he released the ball, Luis Remo was there 50 minutes. It was just 5 minutes after the second half started. Overall, for me, I think the ref was, in my opinion, the game was rough. The ref was letting them play. Like, it was like, it's a contact sport. But in my opinion, this contact was too much at some point, right? But he let them play, because Mexicans are aggressive. Koreans were taking it in. And I know physically they weren't responding as they should, because Mexicans are taller, bigger than them. So they decided to respond aggressivity with technique. And it was interesting to watch. It was two different way of football. We were witnessing technique plus raw power. And the raw power won, 1-0. Overall, it's a good game, entertaining to watch. I was watching on Spanish. I'm not watching any game in any English or any other language anymore. I'm going to watch Spanish. Maybe I will learn some Spanish. Okay, this is the Chivas, by the way. I don't have a Mexican national team jersey. I'm going to call my friend, and he's going to give me one for sure. So overall, congratulations to the team that qualify, which is the only Mexico. Canada are going to qualify for sure. They're going to just fight for the first place between them and Switzerland, and it's gonna be interesting to watch, because those two gonna play in the last day of the group stage. And you have South Korea, they still have their chance. They're gonna play South Africa. Those are two shout fighting, and South Africa need to win. They have to win. And South Korea, if they wanna qualify, they have to at least get a point. To get 4 points, they have to get it, and they have to play really hard, because if Czechia manage to pull an upset against Mexico, they will be in danger. So the third game will be interesting. It's going to be fun to follow. And tomorrow, we're going to be watching the United States of America. Yes, sir. We're going to enter into the battle against Australia. The hostilities are already been launched on the internet. Like, the banter is not stopping. But we're going to show this Aussie that you are in our home. You play in our home ground. We're going to show you cannot defend your way out of this game. We won't be playing like a Czechia. We're going to play like a proper team, and you will see. Turkey was like letting you do your thing, but US won't let you do that. Tomorrow, we're going to be watching Scotland, Morocco, US, Australia, Brazil, Haiti, and Turkey, Paraguay. Those will be the game we will be following. It will be interesting. Neymar won't be playing, but hey, we know Neymar. He's going to be back. Maybe they're going to use him in the quarterfinal or the last 32, last 16. So we'll see where that lead. And Paraguay, Turkey, I want our regular to do something. He have to do something, because they need them. So anyway, guys, let me know below what you think about my analysis, and where do you think Mexico will end in this World Cup? Do you think they can win it all, or they can go to the quarterfinal, semifinal? If I have any Mexican fan here, make sure to comment below your thought. And of course, South Korean, I doubt it, but hey, it is what it is. If you're still watching, man, thank you very much for staying until this long, and we'll be here tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the United States versus Australia. Let's go.